Alrighty, guys. So welcome to our Tuesday training call, and I'm about to spill something. It is what is the date today? November the 7th. Wow, already. I was going to give you guys some news. I actually had my news ready right here. So I'm pretty excited because I think this has been the first call that we have a lot of new leaders that promoted last month. We have a couple of new directors, which is super exciting, and lots of a couple of star consultants. So I think that's super fun. It's super exciting because it brings new and fresh people to the table to chit chat. So you are going to hear from some of them today. As many of you know, bath bombs. Somebody put in the chat if you've gotten your bath bombs and if you've used them and what you think about them. And bricks, same thing. You know, bricks are available. Remember, both items are limited. They're only limited for a limited time is what I'm trying to say. So make sure that you get those in as soon as possible so your customers are not sitting there waiting and thinking and then they sell out. So just keep that in mind. I know for those leaders that are directors and above, registration will be closing soon in November unless they extend it, but I haven't heard otherwise. So if you plan to travel with us to New Orleans, definitely go look at the events tab on your workstation. Let's see. What other things?
Jessica.
Yes. Who was that?
I want me, Tiffany. I just wanted to chime in and say that it was extended until November the 30th for the leadership.
Thank you, because I didn't even see that. So yes, make sure that you look at that and see if it can fit into your schedule. And they do offer a payment plan, which is the greatest thing. Next thing, in way of announcements, World Tour announcements are coming up. I believe it is going to be registration for World Tour will open November the 14th. World Tour is basically watch for the news on the news tab Friday, November 10th for the announcement of the cities that they will be visiting. So they're going back to, if you guys have been here for over a year, then or a couple years, you know that, like, I think it was 2 years ago, we did like a whole online thing. Last year we were at movie theaters. I will say this. I heard I had a lot of people that didn't really like the setup last year. Just going to be totally honest. But they're going back to the original World Tour. That is the bomb.com. Like, you get a mini reunion. So I'm going to tell you, if you are anywhere within distance to attend a World Tour, you need to do it because it's absolutely amazing. It will change your business. Basically, it's a day. You know, it's usually not all day, but usually like around maybe 10 to 5. Sometimes that they give you a little bit of registration time, and then you go in. They have speakers, and it's really cool because it is right before our spring summer launches. So they get to show us all of the new stuff that's coming out. They show us new warmers. They show us new scents. They tell us any new things that are added to our lines. And with the amount that you pay, you usually, now don't quote me on this, but you usually will get a kit that is worth way more than what you paid for, that has some of the new things in, new testers. Those are some of the things that have been given to us before. So when you leave, you're ready for the spring summer launch. So I highly recommend, if you went last year and you had a bad taste in your mouth about the setup, I get it. It was not what we normally love. However, in business, you got to, make things change sometimes and see what works and what doesn't. But I'm so excited that they're going back to traveling across the United States to well, not just the United States, but I think they're going elsewhere. But they're traveling back, and they will announce the cities they're going to hit on November the 10th. So make sure that you look for that on your workstation. Christmas cutoff dates have been announced. Make sure that you go to your workstation. I'm not going to go over those, but make sure that you go to your workstation, guys. Just Christmas, but our holiday season is upon us. Tell your customers the full 7 to 10 days, because it will start taking the full 7 to 10 days. Don't promise your customers that their orders are going to be here during the busiest time within, 3 to 4 days, like maybe sometimes we're used to. Give them the max, because sometimes it will take that during these busy seasons. And it's better that it comes early and they're happy than them expecting it early and it comes later and they're upset. So 7 to 10 business days. Scentsy technically usually has up to 10 business days for delivery. Let's see. And I think that's about it in the way of announcements for that. Lucy, do you have anything else?
Yes, our Thanksgiving feast or whatever is this Friday. If you have not gone to the events tab and click going, if you're for sure coming, and make sure you sign up to bring a dish. I'm making the turkey, Jessica's making the ham, so we do need all the other important dish. Oh my God. All the side dish so we could eat, like corn, mashed potatoes, green beans, all of that good stuff. How does that song go? Where green beans, tomatoes, potatoes. So we need all that good stuff. Hope to see y'all here. It's gonna be here at my house. Oh Lord, I don't even know the time. 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So yes. Hope as many can attend. And we are planning our Christmas deal, so we'll get back to you on that information.
Yeah. Christmas things are fun, so FYI, plan your schedule. We're gonna give you a date sooner than we normally do, because we kind of do it big on that date, and we do a gift exchange, which is so fun. Everybody tries to steal everybody's gift because
yeah. Super fun. But yeah, that's it. I'm just always ready to party, so I couldn't leave that out.
What about the food, the side dishes? Okay, awesome. So I know that we have several people, and I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to talk. So all I'm gonna say, as far as in the way of numbers, I have it pulled up. I guess I could. Let's do, you guys, Team Achieve the Dream, like, whoa. I'm like, what are we today? We're 1 week in, dude, and y'all are like, have already sold over $8,000 worth of Scentsy. That's amazing. So keep up the good work. I will tell you, we have not added many people to the team. But for right now, in the way of sales, we have Jenna Leslie at 982, Tiffany Herrera at 729, Virginia Loera at 450, Patricia Hamrick at 331, Rio Orozco at 310, Shannon, hold on, can't see this last name, Baker at 265, Dolores Mosqueda at 258, Amy Pierce at 250. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Deanna Carroll at 209 and Liliana Arellano at 208. And that is in the total group sales, FYI, because I forget now that the numbers have changed. So
yeah, that's gonna be complicated for me. I think that every director for now on, from this call on, or maybe next call we'll start it, every director needs to announce their own team numbers, because I'm not trying to brag, but being at the top, that's just that's too much. Like, I would individually have to go into y'all's teams to check it, because I can't do it now. I just realized that.
Yeah, I know my numbers are like, I'm like, oh damn, those are included.
Yeah. So all I know is, and I need to get Mackenzie's team name figured out and Kaylin's team name figured out. But I will say that they are already rocking this month. Like their numbers are thebomb.com. But again, I can't individually go into them because it's going to take me some time to keep going in and out. But let's try, okay? So I hope I don't leave anybody out. Let's see. Let's see. I will see. No.
Hey.
Yes, ma'am.
Want me to pull my? No.
I can't hear. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Do you want me to pull mine up maybe and try to help you? I don't know.
Who's talking? I don't even know who's talking. I'm sorry. Is this Mackenzie?
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
it's my first time using this thing.
No, you're good. Yes, girl. If you got them up, pull them out. Go ahead.
Pull them out.
And what's your team name? We need to turn that in.
That's so fun.
Tell them or send it in or whatever you do. Hold on.
See. I was like, who's that girl? She's wearing the same hat as me. Oh my God. I've had a crazy day, guys. I turned in a fundraiser. I just came back from dropping a fundraiser off. I've had a crazy, crazy, crazy day. So bear with me. I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and share these top and let's see if I think I have all of y'all's teams mixed together with the top numbers. I have Amber Russell at 546, Brianna Adams at 485, Stacy is at 450, Lauren Morgan is at 430, Chelsea Phillips, I believe, Phils is 313. And Stephanie Taylor is at 233. I know there's more missing on another team. And again, it's going to be hard to go back to it. But I don't want to take too much time because I know we have a lot of guest speakers. But I just want to say that everyone is so far that is showing that you're working your business. It's barely the 7th. Well, already the 7th. And the numbers look great. Keep up what you're doing, and I cannot wait to hear from a couple of these rock stars so we could find out what they're doing, so we could also do it too. Trying to read. But other than that, we'll go ahead and start, Jessica, because I know have a lot of people.
Okay. So, we can start with whoever. I know you had 4 people that you said we're going to start. So what we're going to do, Lucy will call them out, but Lucy asked a few people on her team to speak, and I asked a few people on my team to speak. Just people that are making it happen. So go ahead, Lucy.
All right. Since Mackenzie, you're on already. You're unmuted, I believe you're. You want to go ahead and share your. I don't see you. You may be muted. I don't know if you could hear me, but I can't hear you. So we'll come back to you. There you go.
You got It says I'm unmuted, so can y'all hear me?
Yes. It's kind of choppy, but it's probably the. We could see you
Can you hear
now.
me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know you asked me just to share some things that I've been doing just to get my orders up so high at the end of October. Really just little things because I was trying so hard to get to that 10,000 for director. I'm not too focused on getting my rewards and stuff right now. Like, I don't really worry right now about having anything on hand because I don't have any events going on. So I pretty much, just to get that in, I was like 7 bars for 30. And I did everything, privately on my Facebook group page or just through text messages and messages. Everyone, I 30, and then and that didn't come out of pocket for me at all because my orders reached like $900 each. And then I was doing, instead of scent circles for everyone, because I know that's usually easiest because they're cheaper. I've been doing the dry dryer disc because they're 2 packs, and I would throw in just one dryer. Y'all hear me? So with me doing that, I felt like I could make that cheaper, so I was separating them and doing that, and that brought people, back to me wanting to order washer with dryer disc, doing the laundry love bundle, and that would reach me, that's $50 already getting me up there. But those are just some things that I wanted to share. And then anytime anyone orders a diffuser, I always would throw in a free oil, so that would jump me up really high. And I sold a couple diffusers just in 2 days, the 29th and the 31st of October. So those are just little things that I told Lucy I would share with y'all. And I've been doing this. I just wanted to show y'all, the little stickers. I've been labeling them. Each color is a different like coupon. Like yellow means free scent circle with 25. And I would put them on their product list, and if they told me, hey, I got this on my thing, this is the color, then that's like the reward, like that's the gift they would get or the discount they would get, and everyone's been using theirs. And I did that most of October, and I'm still doing it because it works so good. So, and those are cheap, and it's not like it already says thank you, so I'm not having to like, because we're supposed to do it kind of privately when we do our promotions. So I just wanted to tell you all that. But that's pretty much all I was doing. It worked for me. So I've been telling all the girls maybe to try some of those things too. So
I have a question.
Awesome.
Go
ahead.
I'm sorry, Mackenzie. What did you say that you did for the diffusers? You kind of cut out there. You offer something?
anytime they order a diffuser, I would do a free oil, but I would do a free $12 oil. I wouldn't do anything up the $12 oil. Some of them are like $20.
Yeah.
And they have
Okay.
12 and under, which the diffusers are already like 120 or so. So you get that. You're already up there to your rewards.
Okay, cool. I missed that part earlier.
And let me kind of recap just because I kind of know what she was going to share because she was kind of choppy and it's not her fault. Good job, Mackenzie.
Yeah. No,
so
you're good.
she always, the way she gets these extra products is through her hostess rewards. And she's not doing like lots of events and she pretty much good with stock at home. She just uses these, she purchased like dryer discs and stocks up on stuff like that, so that when she has a huge order, she gives a dryer disc in each order because they come in 2 packs. So that's a good idea. I've always used scent circles, but that's a good idea because you're also introducing them into the laundry care. So that's a great idea. She also does she'll run specials, and you might see this floating around on our team page. It's the 10 bars, the 10 bar special for $41.50. It's on our team page, so if you're interested in that, you could just type in 10 bars special on the search bar, and that'll pull up, and there's always a breakdown on how to enter your orders. And then she uses those thank you stickers, so each color is a different gift. So I thought that was a great idea. The blue sticker means free Scentsy bar with a purchase of $25 or more. The pink sticker means $10 off your $75 bundle or more. And then the purple means free counter cleaner with a $100 order or more. And these are her personal specials. So she's not posting these on her Facebook page because that's against compliance. She's letting the customer know face by face or through their order or a private message. So that keeps her in compliance. Did I leave anything out, Mackenzie? Just kind of, okay. So yeah, so thanks for sharing. Those are all great ideas to get us some sales. And she's been rocking it. If just to FYI, her numbers last month was $1,800 basically in sales. So good job. I think I seen Lauren on here. You want to go ahead and mute your side, Mackenzie, and Lauren, unmute yourself.
I literally have never done this before. Trying to figure out where I pretty much did the same thing that Mackenzie was doing. I was using my rewards and offering people, like, if they bought something from me, if I was like really close, I would tell them like, hey, you can get like this amount off a product or towards a product, and my camera is not working for me today, as y'all can see. This thing is just falling everywhere. But I was also making samples and just dropping those things everywhere. Like my kids were asking me like, Mommy, what is that? Like they thought that I was like littering, dropping off trash, like all over the place. And I was like, no, these are samples. It's okay. Calm down. But I was making videos and posting like the products. If I used the product, I would post a video on how I use it, why I use it, why I like it. And I would have people come to me from there just asking me like, oh, how well does that work? How long does it last? Stuff like that. So that was really good too, because my kids kind of interfered a couple times, but that's what you get for having 3 kids, I guess. But yeah, I also had my kids helping me, so they had a lot of fun, and people kind of like seeing the personal stuff, which, I mean, it's a family, so seeing, oh, she's using it with her family and her kids are using it, it's safe, it's okay, they're not going to get hurt, then more people are going to see it and be like, oh, okay, I can use this. So that's another way that I did it. But pretty much, I mean, like I tell people, it's not just a product that I sell, it's like pretty much my lifestyle. I use it on everything. So every single product and every single room in my house has something in it from Scentsy. So that right there helps people, just because they come in and they use my hand soap. It's Scentsy. So they're like, wow, my hands smell really good. And I'm like, order from me. So that's how I did it. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I just kind of did the same thing that Mackenzie did and just showed everybody.
Love it. That's perfect. Like we have always, I know Jessica's huge on video, and we always love to tell you guys to use the product and personally use the product on Facebook and show people how to use it, because that's how you get people's attention, and basically being your number one customer and using the products. That way you know how to share the product, because if you never used it before, you're not going to know what to say about it. So I love your passion for Scentsy. I totally see it in you. And hey, nice to meet you. I hadn't seen you face to face. Always on Facebook. So
we have so much stuff going on right now. My kids were sick. I told you that, but
yeah,
I'll get to one. I promise.
Awesome. All right. Well, can't wait. Thanks for sharing. And let me just tell you guys Lauren's numbers for October. She was at 1,062 and something cents. So she was rocking. She also had a promotion. I mean, these group of girls are on fire. They are lit. So keep doing what y'all are doing. Love it. Thanks for the ideas and tips.
Real quick, I have
Go
to
ahead.
because I legit could have done a cartwheel right now. Like I know she is like, what? Okay, like Lauren, how new are you? When did you join?
I had to figure out how to do it again. I joined in February. Me and Mackenzie, I don't know if y'all know this, but my daughter's name is Mackenzie because when I found out I was pregnant, I messaged Mackenzie. I was like, I love how you spell your name. Can I use it? So we've known each other for like a really long time. But I bought some stuff from her and I told her I'm so tired of using this crap from Walmart. Sorry if that's against compliance, but it is crap. I don't like it. It wastes my money. I'm a penny pincher. I like to save my money. So I bought some stuff from her, literally sat there on her couch. Mackenzie, I don't remember if you remember this. I went through each one and I was like, yes, no, yes. And like more yeses than no. So I went to her and was like, hey, I want to sign up. She didn't even ask me like nothing. I was like, whatever you're doing is what I want to do. So it was February, very end of February, I think.
February. That's awesome because I mean, for anybody that's like on here, she like that is personal branding and she is doing everything that a successful, not just consultant, but online consultant, like a lot of, I see her and, she has kids and I love that you said that, but I think that that's what kind of, maybe attracted her customers that were watching her live because I mean if you want someone to join you, you got to be genuine, you got to be real. And if her kids went in there on a live, guess what, I'm a mom, I have kids and this is the way I work my business and so can you. So I love that. And she literally so many times we tell you guys, I know you've heard us say over and over, but I love that she hit every single thing that we talk about. Like, I feel like we preach it, but, she said that she literally uses everything. Like, get paid for what you have in your house, like that you're already using. So I love that. Great, great, great job.
And she gives them away for gifts for everything. So love it. And then I love that. I mean, I just loved everything about you.
I'm sitting here in the bed. I have scents everywhere. I can't. Like, what am I? My husband talked to me. He's playing the PlayStation.
I love it. I love it. So, I mean, again, I just see your passion and it just brings me so much joy. I love how you said your kids think she's dropping off trash because she's passing samples out. Like she is fitting Scentsy into her everyday lifestyle. And that is the way to do it. So we will not get burnt out or so we won't say, well, this ain't working. Well, are you just sitting at home not doing nothing? Like she is working her business. I love it. Thank you again for sharing. All right, so we have another rock star, Janica. And I hope I'm saying your name right, girly, but I love the way it's spelled, but I'm not a good reader. But if you are on unmute, please, and share away.
You are saying it right, no worries.
Love it.
Everybody always says that. They think it's just,
Yeah, I'm like, I hope I'm saying it right. All righty.
First of all, let me just say, my whole team is here right now. Shout out to you ladies. Everybody's here, and I love it. All my girls are here. Love it.
Yay!
Love it. All right, so I've been using Scentsy for like a year. I think I told Mackenzie after I've been using it for about 2 months, I was like, watch, one day I'm going to sign up. And she's like, you should, you would be so good at it. Cause I use everything. I mean, everywhere in my house, I use laundry, counter clean, everything. And I have since before I signed up. And what was it, September that they did the half off deal? Okay. So that's when I decided, okay, well, it's half off. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So it's easy for me to push these sales and to get people to buy because I firmly believe in Scentsy. I mean, every product that we have, I love it. The counter clean works amazing. I use it for my kitchen, my bathroom, the laundry. You open my closet, it's like smells amazing. Walk in my front door, my house smells good. I mean, everything. Get in my car, the whole nine. So everybody knows that I use it because I talk about it like crazy. So when I signed up, they were excited because I'm excited. So that's like a huge, huge deal. Be excited about what you do. It's so important. And also, every one of these girls that are on here that are on my team are my friends. And they see that I'm successful. They see that I'm doing well, and they get excited about it, and they want to join. And they have, and Amber, you just said her number. She's a rock star. I got a new one, Christina. She's a rock star. And I made a little list because I was nervous. Hang on. Oh, and I do the samples too. So I do samples like crazy. Like every time I get a new bar, I break at least 2 of them off, and make samples of it, take it to my mom's work, take it to everybody. And I'm also a stay-at-home mom. So a big, huge deal to me is the safety of Scentsy, and that my kid can touch it because she loves to touch it. She loves to look at everything and all that stuff. And it doesn't hurt her. And so I promote that constantly because a lot of my friends are moms too, so they love it. And I can't really tell you like how I make all these sales. People just love the products. I mean, I just give them samples. They come to my house, they try stuff. I don't know. People just love Scentsy.
It's your excitement, and it's the way you brand yourself that is how you're getting sales. Scentsy
Yes.
sells itself, yes, but you're branding yourself, you're putting your name out there, and they see your excitement and passion for the products, and it's real. So that is why. And you recently added me to your VIP page, and I just want to say hats off to you, homie, because you rock that page. Like, it's awesome. And I always see that you have so many comments because they're interested in what you're saying and just everything. So you are such a rock star at that. So you have aced that, and that's another thing that we have Jessica has preached, like, have your VIP page and this and that. And I see you working that, so that's good for you. Love your passion. And yes, your team is rocking. I will say that for month of October, you were so close to $1,500 a month. For October, it was $1,485. So and you promoted, and you're close to sensational level 3. So I love it. You're such a rock star, so on fire. Do you have anything to add, Jess?
I see her post all the time, so I don't know about the VIP group, but the same thing. Like, I don't even know her, but I feel like I know her because of the way she's branded herself. And I think that's huge because, sometimes, I'll be honest, a lot of the stay-at-home moms may tend to struggle a little bit. They say, right, because they're like, I don't go out much. What do I do? But that's the perfect reason why you should brand yourself online and not just like exactly what you're saying, not just buy, hey, here's this generic post I got off the workstation, but you're making samples, you're taking them everywhere, and you basically are putting yourself in front of enough people, even though you don't know how you're doing it, but you're getting in front of enough people where they are experiencing the product, and that's what's making them buy because they love the product. Scentsy is going, sometimes people say Scentsy sells itself, but if you put the product in front of their faces, they're going to want it. But, I think that's where our gap falls is that, we're not in front of enough people, but that's exactly what you're doing. So, amazing job. Like, you guys are like rocking. Great job.
And nice to meet you in person too. I always see you on Facebook, but I see you a little bit more.
I'm gonna see you at the Thanksgiving thing. I can't wait.
Yay! Okay, awesome. See you Friday. Thank you. Let's see the next one. I'm not sure if the other ones, they were like, if we finish what we're doing, we'll jump on. I know Stephanie Taylor, is she on? Stephanie, Kaylin, or Brianna Adams. If one of them are on, you can go ahead and unmute yourself. I kind of scrolled through here. I didn't see them, but I'm not sure.
I don't think Brianna's on.
Okay.
She's texting me right now because I think she was busy.
Yeah, she was busy at her daughter's choir concert. Okay. All right. Well, I guess thanks for sharing, guys. You guys are doing an awesome job. Y'all are literally on fire, and y'all light a fire underneath me. Like, y'all warm my heart. I just get so excited when I see other people being so successful. So thanks for sharing again. So we'll go ahead and what did we have next, Jessica?
Okay, on my end, Tiff, I think Tiff's on. You were gonna share, right, Tiff? And I would just say, let me preface this, okay? So, Tiffany, this is my thing. Once you're a director, always a director. Sometimes our numbers don't reflect that. But I just want to give Tiffany a shout out because she was like, damn it, I'm going to get my directorship back. I'm going to get my director numbers. I'm going to push. I'm going to go. And like sometimes, we have life happen, but literally was it the last day of the month, Tiffany, that you had the car accident? The last day of the month, somebody rear-ended her. Mind you, she just had a car accident not that long ago. Rear-ended her, and she, of course, got a little shook up. But, I mean, man, she shook it off, and she went, and she placed her $500 order. And I was like, she could have just been like, screw this. And she promoted back to director. So, go ahead, Tiff. She did the dang thing last month.
Gosh, let me just say, like, pinch me again because this is like so surreal. Again, it's like I was like determined to get $2,000 for the month of October. You all know that I am an event queen. Like, I love to do events, and if you're not in front of enough people, then you're not working your business. That's all I have to say. We did have an event in October where it was me, Jessica, and my other girl, Shanice. Supposedly there was supposed to be 2,000 people there. We didn't see 2,000 people, so it was okay. So we got contacts, and follow up is the key with them. What else did I do? I didn't really have much of a follow-up system last month, like just because they've ordered the month before. So I kind of skipped them and just went off my events and basically like referrals. So that's what I went off of. As Jessica mentioned, I did get in a car accident the last day of October. Like, my mood was like, I have a baby. It's his first Halloween. I was excited, and it was his first Halloween, so it was kind of exciting, trying to go back home and get ready, pick up the boys. I had them with me, and at the light, I was rear-ended. I could have easily said, F this, I'm not going to do anything. I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, my mood just went downhill. But I remember how close I was, and I was determined to get my last, what was it, $300 and I think $50 it was. I can't remember the exact numbers. In to place my $2,000 because I was determined to get those damn points for the trip. And to also gain my title back so that way I can attend leadership in January because I've been wanting to go to NOLA for a long time and work my business. So I did it. I mean, my team is awesome. I love them. And we pushed through. We got director numbers. And what else? Let's see. What else did I do that? Oh, I did have an event. It was a Thursday, and it was super, super, super windy. I got there, of course. It was like almost an hour away from house. That day, my friend, she was like, hey, it's actually in Blue Mount, Texas. So, like, if you're, like, right here's Fort Worth. So Blue Mount is, like, right on top of Fort Worth. And I said, man, I told the girls, I was like, should I go and do this event or just stay home? Because it was already 3:30. I had to drive all the way up north on almost an hour, probably like 45 minutes to 50 minutes, to go out there and set up for 2 hours. So I went out there, I sucked it up, and I said, you know what, let me just go. I went out there and I set up, and next thing you know, the wind just like blew 3 warmers off my table. They weren't little warmers, they were big warmers. So I lost 3 big warmers. I looked at that mess that was made, and I was just like wanting to cry, because I'm like, oh my gosh, 3 big warmers. Like, we all know how hard it is to get stock, right? So 3 big warmers went down the drain. I could have easily picked up and said, you know what, I'm done. But guess what? I sucked it up, put my big girl panties on, and took a picture of it, and I just laughed at it, because I'm like, what can I do? There's nothing I can do. Is just laugh at it, because I'm here, so I'm going to suck it up. And I did my damn thing. So I sold $131 that day. And mind you, I could have went home, but then those 2.5 hours that I was there, I sold that much. So I was happy that I went and I didn't pack up, because I wouldn't have got that $131. So if you're not doing events, I suggest that you rethink your business about doing events, because that's where it is. And this past weekend, I did an event by myself. I didn't sit down. My back was hurting. Mind you, I just was in a car accident. So I was like, my nerves were like super tight, and I didn't have no help. Luckily, I took my own water and didn't have nothing to eat. I had like a bite, maybe 2 bites of pizza. Had to hurry up. And I sold $670 within those few hours that I was at that event. So, like I said, if you're not doing events, then you're not getting in front of new customers. And I also got everybody's name and number, and I upsold, because I am a hustler. You're not gonna walk away with 1 bar or 1 warmer. No. That's a no in my book. You're gonna either walk away with a warmer and 3 bars, or you're gonna walk away with, if you're gonna buy 1 bar, I'm gonna upgrade you to a 6-pack, because you're not walking away with just 1 bar. No, ma'am. Or you're not going to walk away with 1 bulb. You're going to get the 3-pack. So always upsell, because you want your PRV to be higher. It don't matter what they say, but like, no, but like, okay, well, you're going to spend $2 when you can spend $3 more and get 2 more bulbs. We all go to that department store where they always want to upsell you everything, especially at McDonald's, when they say, hey, you want to make your combo large? And you're like, oh, okay. See, they suckered you in. You can sucker people in. You just got to sweet talk it to them. So that was my success for the month of October. And again, this month I am going for 2,500 points, because I want that fat check again. So that's my spill for month of October.
Love it. She had an amazing October, and she's already way ahead in this month. So great way to keep on going, even when, sometimes things happen and you don't want to. Was there anybody else that said that they wanted to share? I'm trying to look at who's online. Anybody?
I have some questions.
Okay, go ahead. Who's that?
This is Amber Russell.
Go ahead.
Hey, I just heard you mention something about compliance and the way to word things and whatnot. Is that somewhere on the page that I can kind of look over that? Because I don't know if I am staying in compliance or not. Because I may mention something about Walmart this or, stuff like that. So I wanted to make sure that, is there any big no-nos that I shouldn't be doing?
You can go to your workstation. I would say that would probably be the best place to go. As far as like that particular thing, if there's not so much anything to do with compliance as far as mentioning Walmart, we always just say it's just good business practice not to badmouth any other. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, right.
But
not going too crazy off the wall or anything like that.
Yeah. And not just compliance wise, because there's nothing wrong. I mean, there's no, nothing compliance wise, but just as, to keep it professional and.
Right. Okay.
But I would highly recommend And even if you probably search in our group under compliance, we probably have some posts in there about it. But I would definitely go to your workstation and go to the what's
I
happening?
would just go to the search bar because that's probably the fastest way to find it, and then type in compliance.
Compliance. Okay.
Yeah. But
And,
I
and
can't
as far
tell my- Go
sorry.
ahead.
As far as the compliance thing goes, again, whenever Mackenzie was talking about the way that she was making her deals, this and that, I know you don't want to put too much out there for everyone, but you mentioned the compliance there too. So is it okay to make your own deals and just kind of put it on your page and, you know, be creative with it, or?
You just cannot post on any social media about personal specials that you're making. If it's something that Scentsy is having, if it's a sale or a special Scentsy is doing, then yes, you could post about that. You just can't say purchase $75 and I'll give you a free gift. You know, you could, and you just got to be careful on how you say things like I'm placing an order and everyone who orders with me will get free shipping. You could say free shipping, but it has to say I have a qualifying party that I'm placing and it qualifies for free shipping or something like that. So you just got to be careful on your wording on stuff like that. But yes, you cannot post personal specials of your own on your Facebook.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm
glad I asked.
You could say like I'm running a special today, message me for more info or something like that. You just cannot put what the special is.
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I asked.
Yeah, on your Facebook.
Thank you, ma'am.
If it was up to me, I would say, hey, y'all work y'all's business anyway. Anyway, y'all can, but there's Scentsy police out here, and you know, you just never know who's watching.
Right on. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Anyone have any other questions?
I have one. It's Lauren.
Okay, go ahead.
How do y'all find events? Because like I lived where Mackenzie lives, which is Greenville, and they have like, I mean, you kind of got to look too, but like out here, we're like far away from like a good town. Like it's
ghetto.
Yeah, so like I'm in Blue Ridge, which is like it literally has like a little grocery store across the road. Just opened up a gas station. Like I've been watching that gas station for like a week and a half. Like, when are you gonna open up? I need a Coke.
I'd like to know that too. Better ways to find events.
Yeah.
Well, for y'all being in such a little town, like y'all are rocking in numbers.
Girl, it ain't no joke. It's tiny.
I can probably help with this one a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
What I did, because I live in a small town too, like Amarillo. I live in between Amarillo and Lubbock, which they're 45 minutes away. And I do a lot of events. What I did was I went to those events and I would talk to people and I'd be like, hey, who's the event coordinator? I would see if they had a Scentsy Consultant there. If they didn't, I would find the event coordinator while I was there and I'd be like, hey, I noticed y'all don't have a Scentsy booth here. Can I be on y'all's vendor list? I also called Chamber of Commerce like around town and I asked, and I know Tiffany does a lot. She finds a lot of hers on Facebook, and I'm sure she can touch on that if she's still on. But how I got mine is, like I said, I went to events. I asked schools, like if they had craft shows. I asked churches if they had craft events. So I can't hear whoever's talking because it's cutting out.
Oh no, can you hear me?
I think that might have been Janica.
I'll say something too in a minute about that.
No, it's me. Can't hear me.
Hey, okay, I can hear you now.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what happened. No, actually, I called the city to see if they had any events. and they asked me about the Chamber of Commerce. And I guess here they have like where you can add yourself in and you pay like $25 and they literally give you everything. So I actually talked to my husband. He was like, you need to do that. I was like, got it. So I'm going to do that. So thank you for telling me that.
Yeah, that's a great start. There's also a link that I posted not too long ago. I'll try to find it and bump it up to the top. It's a link where you just put your zip code or whatever zip code you're interested in working events at, and it pulls up all the events that they're having in those towns, and you could just make phone calls.
Oh, yes, please do.
So I'll search for that now.
This is Tiffany. So what I did, I know we had a call a while back, way back when, not too long ago, about events. I find them on Facebook. So if you go to where it says events, there is an engine on there, and you can type in, like, it'll pull up your certain area. For instance, like I'm in Dallas, so it'll pull up like Irving, Grand Prairie, just like my surrounding area, and it'll give you like the events that are coming up in the upcoming months, and then you can go as far out as a year. But how I get my events, I'm in a lot of vendor groups, and also most of my events are hand-me-downs from another friend of mine. So I try to get like people like in my group to help me do these events, just because I know, and these events have already been done the previous year, so I know what to expect and what not to expect as far as like help wise. So that's how I get my events.
Do y'all buy and just have tons of product like in stock, or do you also have people order from you? Because that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about buying things that I'm scared won't sell. Like if that's not in the area that I'm in and no one wants to buy it.
No, I have like a little bit of everything. You just never know what's gonna sell or what is gonna sell. So you have to try to have a little bit of everything, as far as like scent circles, car bars, room sprays. Especially you need to have wax and what is it? What am I looking for? Light bulbs, because those are the things that mainly sell. And I was gonna say also try to have electricity, because electricity does a lot of wonders. Especially I had the holiday diffuser lit up, because I had a little portable charger, and I had it lit up, and I'm telling you, like everybody was like a fly. They were looking at the purple light that came in and looked at that. And I had a little sign that says how to get it half off, and people were like, "What is that? You know, that's beautiful." And so we were talking about it, and that's how they were able to like end up buying something, you know, from me and stuff like that. So light up is a good way in your events too.
Well, thank y'all for that, because I know I have one for a hospital in December, and I was like super nervous because I knew there was going to be a lot of people, and I was like, I don't know what to do. So thanks for the tips and stuff, because I really needed that.
I will say every event will be different. I mean, you can have an success. I mean, I've had 2-day events where my Friday was a complete bomb, and then my Saturday made up for both days. So when you do your events, don't let one discourage you from taking on another one, because every time they will be different, and they don't always have to have a lot of stock. Sometimes mine have a ton of stock, and then sometimes I have what y'all see behind me, very little. And that just kind of comes with, I've either done the event before or I'm trying to fill the event out. So best of luck to your upcoming hospital one. I would highly recommend stocking up on bulbs and wax, like Tiffany said. So that would be my recommendation. And flyers. Get you some brochures ready.
And also, one thing, if it's gonna be the hospital, is it a kids hospital or something like that, or an adult hospital? If it's a kid, then I would recommend buddy clips. Those and big buddies, and especially put them at the front of your tables, because those are very eye-catchy. And kids are always gonna say, "Oh, mom, look," and you'll be like, "Oh, look, it smells in there." That'd be sold.
Okay, thank y'all.
Good tips.
Anybody else have any other questions?
I have one.
Okay, go ahead.
So I am planning a couple of home parties, and I've talked to Mackenzie and I've talked to a few other people as well. What warmers do you suggest to have? Because I mean, I'm thinking I have etched copper. Everybody loves that one. Everybody that's in my group loves that. I was kind of thinking about getting a Stargaze and maybe something else like that are big sellers that people love, you know, and then maybe some $20, or how do you guys do it for home parties? Because I'm expecting like 30 on each of them.
I'll let Lucy chime in on that. She's a home party queen.
So when it comes to home parties, I keep it simple, because my what I want people to take from home parties is that I could do that too moment. Like your guests, you, while you're at the home party, yes, you want sales, but you of course want to share the opportunity with someone and have them join your team. So if you're making about 2 to 3 trips, to me that's a lot in and out, like going to your car and unloading. So I keep it simple. I know if they already have a warmer there, then I use that warmer, and maybe I'll take a plug-in and I'll take a diffuser. But if it's like, I know this crowd is kind of new to Scentsy, and if I have it here, sometimes I even use the warmers that I have already plugged in at home, and I'll just take them for display. But I'll try to take like a plug-in, a full size, a diffuser, just so they could kind of see the difference in size. And then that way I could also explain, like the plug-in, you know, I would recommend it in a small bedroom or a restroom area, and, you know, stuff like that. So I could go in detail and show the differences. And that's basically it. I won't probably take no more than 3 warmers with me.
Okay.
And I won't take stock. I'll just take, you know, of course I'll take the testers because you want them to smell them, but I won't take like all my bars and all my room sprays. If I have room spray, I take a room spray, a scent circle, one of basically each product, just so they could see. If you could stock up like that, then I would really recommend that you do so. Other than that, that's it. Yeah, no problem. And then there's different like YouTube's videos that show, you know, you just kind of want more of a visual, but that's kind of just what I do. I just keep it very simple, because like I said, I like to see the guests see me just make one trip to the car, and you get those I could do that moment, so you know they could join my team. If they see you doing lots of trips, they're gonna be like, oh, that's too much, I can't do that, you know. So just make it simple, fun. I would just say play games, 2 to 3 games, and your guests will have fun.
Okay. Perfect.
I also posted that link on our team page that I mentioned earlier about events. So that's on our team page.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm gonna because we have so many new people on here and everybody the questions, I was like trying to like see what some of your questions were, and try to think about the time now. And I'm gonna give you guys a few tips. This is absolutely one of the best selling months of the entire year. So I think it's really crucial for you to capitalize on that. It is the last check before Christmas. So, you know, another reason to capitalize on it. I'm going to go over really quick. I'm not going to go into huge detail. Again, like Lucy said, go to your workstation, look at the Scentsy standards as far as compliance goes. But 4 things, and you guys touched on them a bit, but I there was a few things, because I know this is not something that Lucy and I push a lot. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but my thing is I would rather teach you more on going and working your business, opposed to being the Scentsy police. I hate it. I can't stand it. I'm like, if all these people that were trying to be Scentsy police would go work their business, we'd be better off. But anyways, I think that it's important for you to know, because it is. I mean, if someone brings it to our attention, we, of course, as leaders have to, address it, just so you know, because Scentsy will cancel your account. They can and have all the right to cancel your account if you are in any way against any type of compliance. Scentsy will reach out to you, so don't freak out. Just because you don't know, Scentsy always gives you a chance to rectify it before they actually take action. So just have that peace of mind. But 4 things that just came to my mind right now during this busy, crazy season: personal specials, just like Lucy talked about. You be very wise with your wording. You are allowed to say free samples. That is something that Scentsy has told us that we can say. You are allowed to say free shipping with a qualifying order. You are allowed to say that. You are, last year, the free gift wrapping was another big thing that they said that we could do. As far as because sometimes people say, oh, free gift wrapping with so-and-so because it is the holiday season. Let's see. I'm going to give you the verbiage, and I'll post it on our page also, of the turkey trots, and I'll go into that in a little bit. But it's basically the same thing. Just remember this as far as personal special goals or anything that you post publicly. So let's say you can say, who wants to host a party to get free and half price product with a qualifying order, right? Like, you can say that. But think about that. What do people know about hostess rewards? They don't understand that verbiage. And you're probably not going to get anybody that comments on your post or says anything. That's not something that would attract me and be like, okay, well, yeah, somebody may say, how do I get free product? But this sounds more intriguing than that. So maybe you will say, do you want to learn how to get $75 free in free Scentsy product and 3 half-price items with a qualifying party? Now, you're telling them exactly what they're going to get off of a $500 order, right? So you just have to make sure that you put that caveat with a qualifying order. You can do that for any level of the hostess reward thing we have in our hostess reward. Like, you can do that for any of that. But just remember to put with qualifying order, okay? Another thing, it is definitely selling season. If you do have stock on hand, I highly, highly recommend you keep a couple warmers and some bars in your car if weather permits, because I promise you, if you have a decal on, if you have a shirt, right now, literally, this is the month that you will find people at the mall and shopping centers that are like, oh my gosh, you sell Scentsy, do you have any bulbs on you? Oh my gosh, you sell Scentsy, do you have a warmer on you? Oh my gosh, do you have bars on you? A great way for you to, maybe you want to have like a little mobile on the go thing where maybe you have some brochures, maybe a basket party in there ready that you could hand out, because you'll find people if you're branding yourself and you're out there. So keep those things in mind. And this is a huge one. And this is one that I know that Third Watch or whoever this third party people is a big one that they're looking at. Be very mindful when you post anything about money. I was able to buy this with Scentsy, with my Scentsy paycheck. You can say that all day as long as it's true. You can say that. However, I would highly recommend, if you have a note section in your phone or on your computer, wherever it is that you work, that you go and you copy the income disclosure statement and that you just have it there. I have mine saved in my notes. So whenever I post anything about money, I can say I purchased this. I paid $600 towards my whatever. That's okay. But in that comment of that post, I must attach the income disclosure statement. And basically, if you haven't looked at that income disclosure statement, I highly recommend that you go look at it. It is amazing information that you can use for recruiting purposes, because it gives you the average, the median, and the maximum that Scentsy paid out in commissions for every title. So just be very mindful when it comes to income claims, Because if you post something that has anything to do with income and you do not post that, that is definitely out of compliance. Because it's just people think that you're telling them that if you come join me, you'll be able to pay your cable bill with this Scentsy business. That's not so. Just make sure that you put that on there. Inventory on hand. You cannot, remember this, you cannot take a picture of your inventory and say, I have these bars. Who wants to purchase a 6-pack? Call me. You cannot post your inventory on any public site, any Facebook page, any social media site. You cannot put that. You can post a setup of one of everything, like if you were at a party or if you were at an event and you had one of everything, but you cannot say, hey, I have all of this. What do you want? Because, and I know sometimes people are like, well, this is my personal business. Why can't I do that? Scentsy legit tries to keep it a equal playing field for everybody. It's not fair that maybe myself or Lucy as star directors being here 7 years in the game and we have a heck of a lot of inventory for me to say, if you come and you buy with me, I have it right now, opposed to that new recruit that you just got that doesn't have that capability to have that inventory and her not be able to do the same. So Scentsy just tries to keep it a level playing field. So just remember, those are like 4 to 5 of the big compliance issues. So definitely go out and look for your Scentsy standards as far as compliance goes. So the last,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt. It's Amber.
Go ahead.
But you can individually advertise each burner that you have or warmer that you have. You just can't show them all at one time. Yes, you can.
Okay. You can post one all day, like you're warming it or you're doing this or you're doing that. Definitely. It's just the excessive stock that you cannot, because they just
okay. Right on. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Okay, so last 2 things, because this is a huge selling month, Black Friday. I mean, if you Black Friday shop, then you already know what I'm talking about. Like, it is one of the biggest selling days of the whole year. So why not use your Scentsy business for that? I'm going to give you a few ideas, and I'm also going to tell you a few things that I've done that have worked, and Lucy can chime in. So open house. Maybe you want to start just like the department stores and you want to have an open house. This is something that you need to start doing now. Don't wait till the day before. You have to start planning these things out now. Maybe you want to tell all of your customers in your VIP group that may be local or are your family or are your friends, I'm going to have a Black Friday special and it starts from this time to this time. If you come, I will have whatever, maybe you want to give an incentive. Maybe you want to give a special promotion. Remember, you can't do it publicly, but you can do it one-on-one through Facebook Messenger, through text, through email, however you want to give that invite or give that personal special. But remember, I would highly recommend that if you want to increase your PRV, that you start coming up with that verbiage, with those sales now. Don't wait till the day before or the week of, okay? Many people are already going to be around family. I mean, just think, at Thanksgiving, what do? You eat. As soon as you eat, you sit on that couch or you sit on that table, you play a game, you watch TV, and you're looking at the sale papers for Black Friday. I know that's what we do. So what better time to give 5 to 10 people some samples, some catalogs, and some order forms and tell them, hey, go get a qualifying order and bring it back. You're going to get some free and half price Scentsy. It legit is a basket party. But a lot of people, if you're in any flyer groups or whatever, you may see them say or refer to them as turkey trots. There's several different makeups of it. Some people use $200 for a qualifying order. Some people say just go get $100 in orders and bring it back. So they try to put 4 to 5 out there and then they collect them all together. They enter it as one party, and then they give each individual person a piece of those host rewards, free and half price items. So there's a ton of different ways that you can make that up. What I'm trying to say is capitalize on that time that people are already going to be with their family. People are already looking for specials. Your business is no different. Another amazing thing, and I did this one year that it worked so well. So before I made my verbiage, right, I had like every hour I had a special that came out. So I had it literally like I had it in a post. So on my note section, and I would copy and paste the piece that was going to go out at that time, and I would go and I would post. I wouldn't post because I don't post that in my VIP group, because it's even though it's a secret or closed group, it still is public because you're posting it for everybody to see. But what I would do is I would individually, you know, I'd pick 20, 30, 40 people, whoever I was going to inbox about them. And then I would say, hey, this is my special for the next hour. Maybe I post in that VIP group, hey, who wants to know my 1 o'clock special? So if you do, inbox me. And then I would send that out to them. And I would hype it up in my VIP group. I would hype it up on my personal page and be like, guys, I'm going to have Black Friday specials the whole day of Black Friday, starting from this time to this time. If you're interested and you want to know, comment below. And then that's how I would just start inboxing them. Different specials. One year, I literally had 4 different specials, and it ran all day. And I was like, pick your special 1, 2, 3, or 4. I even went as far as making a graphic so people can visually see what they're going to get instead of the verbiage. There's so many different ways that you can do that. I know that a lot of people that do their open houses, I had an open house once on Black Friday, and it did really, really well. I told them if you came to my house that you would get an extra gift. One other thing is you can do like a mystery host. So on top of the promotions or the specials that you're giving them, you could even say one lucky person is going to win a plug-in and 3 bars, or whatever it is that fits your budget. And whatever people order that day, you put them all in a drawing, you pick one person, and that person gets that extra gift. So it just gives them more of a reason to want to shop, because it's like, you know, I mean, think about it, Black Friday, all the little doorbusters that they have. You know, maybe you go on your VIP group and you say, hey, from 9 to 10, this is the doorbuster that you get with any purchase. Comment if you want to know what it is, and then you inbox that person. You know, you got to kind of think outside of the box and what you've already been in as far as a consumer standpoint, and, you know, fix whatever special you're willing to give for that day. Black Friday is a huge, huge one, and it will go over to Cyber Monday. I do the same thing because, as many of you know, we have Black Friday, and then as soon as you know it, you're getting those emails, you're getting that sell paper, you're getting that, you know, post on the Facebook, on their business page about Cyber Monday. So, you know, just prepping beforehand is what's going to help you. Having all this ready and set to go when that day before, maybe you do it at midnight and you hype it up. Maybe you do it at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock the next morning. Whatever you want to do, just have those things done prior to make sure that you, you know, to help you up your sales. Turkey trot's, like I said, there's so many different ways, so many things. I will tell you, I'm going to go to the store this week, and I'm going to try to find something cute. Tiffany, if you have your bag right there, do you have your bag? Maybe you can show them. I'm going to go find stocking stuffers, like stockings, literally, and those are going to be my basket parties for December. It's just something different. It's something cute, just, you know, to go along with and this is literally going to be her basket party. She's going to put testers, catalogs, whatever it is, and maybe you post a picture holding it. Who wants to take my bag party and get a chance to have a qualifying order and get free and half price Scentsy? You know, you have to kind of do some of those things. And right now, like I said, people have a budget. They're shopping. They want something. They need something. Why not make that happen? Another really good thing that I know someone that did this last year and had crazy, amazing success. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a person that I don't really care for events, me personally, because I will do events, especially right now, because you do what you got to do to try to be on the Mediterranean cruise. But it is not my favorite way to work my business. So another person that I know was struggling and said, I don't want to pay for events, right? Like, what can I do to try to get the same bang for my buck, but not pay for it? So she literally got on the phone and she called schools. She called daycare centers. She called walked into some oil and mood changing places and just said, hey, because it is the gift giving season, is there any way that maybe you might want to do a employee appreciation for your employees, right? I can come on so-and-so date from one time to what time. I can have all of my stock here. Basically, you're creating your own vendor table, right? With that business, but you're bringing it to them as, let me help you give your employees something where they don't have to go outside to the stores at their lunch break or after work, whatever time works best. I can be in the break room. I can be wherever. And maybe you already have some gift bags that you have, right, with some tissue paper. Throw it in there. They already have their gift wrapping. They have their gift, and they're ready to go. But that way, she didn't have to pay to go to any event. She created her own event. So definitely something worth trying this month and next month. And I think that's it.
Those are all great tips. I do all of those as well. I've done the open house on Black Friday, and that went really well. I've done that maybe twice, 2 times, and it worked awesome. I did it with my neighborhood. Like, I kind of made little flyers and went door to door and dropped them off in my little neighborhood. My kids dropped them off, but it worked really well for me. But again, those tips are all good. And like she said, we have this month to have one more check for Christmas, and plan out your month, or plan out what you're gonna do for Black Friday. Like, as of now, the turkey chops, I put a post on our team page talking about it, but it's basically a basket party. So just want to get basket parties out like this week, so people could take those with them when they go on their Thanksgiving feast with their family. That's always a great time to pull out scent testers. Or if you're inviting family over, make sure you have a little setup at your house. I love this time of the season because I set up a table and I leave it here just because there's always people coming in and out, and you never know who comes in your home, and you could already have your little table set up, and there you go. They could, smell some scents or check out some bars and purchase a warmer. And definitely have our hand soap in the restroom when they're washing their hands. And maybe, of course, you always want to make sure all your warmers are with some fresh wax and smelling good. So use this time when during the holiday season, when you're going to have company, to be able to promote and work your business with your friends and family. I know they probably get asked a lot, but you never know. There's probably a new family member that hasn't bought Scentsy from you, or maybe it's time for them to join. So you never know. Just keep sharing Scentsy. And there was something else I wanted to say, but it kind of like squirrel. I forgot. But yeah.
There was something else I wanted to say and I forgot too. I don't know. I was like thinking and I forgot.
I'm just absorbing it all.
Love it. So any questions? I know we're kind of past our time.
Yeah.
Yep, that's all I've got.
I
don't have any more right now. I'm sure I will.
Okay. Well, we have answers, or we could find you the answer whenever you're ready. I see a couple people dropped off, but for
That's
those,
what I didn't
those
know if everybody
soldiers,
was still on here or what. I don't know.
yeah, we had like over 20 and there's 16 now. So for those soldiers that are still on, let's do a drawing.
Okay. Go ahead. There's 16.
All right. So I picked number 13.
Oh, Lord, okay. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Someone said, I'm looking forward to War Tour and I might go to Scentsy Family Reunion in Anaheim. Yes. Like that is a must.
Who is
Cindy
that?
goes to events. I'm not sure who just posted that because it just says from iPad. It don't have a name on there yet.
Okay. It is Mackenzie. 13 is Mackenzie.
Yay! You won a prize, Mackenzie.
It's Crystal.
Crystal.
Oh, Crystal. Oh, well, you're right there, Crystal. You're in California already.
Yes, so you have to go, girl.
Yeah, I'm starting a new job as a preschool teacher on the 20th, and I just looked at the calendar and I noticed that they're not open during the summer. I was like, okay, that's the time for reunion.
Yay!
Awesome.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is the one that I did January the world tour, or what was that?
That was a world tour, but they're gonna do it. They're gonna change it back to like Jessica was explaining, back to our old setup, how they used to have it. That one was at a movie theater.
Yeah.
Kind of different. They got a lot of feedback that was not cool.
We didn't like it.
Yeah, we didn't like it, to be honest.
We exactly just sat there like we're at a movie theater.
Well, I remember y'all saying like this wasn't as big as stuff that y'all done before or something. I remember y'all making those comments about it.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I was just kind of remembering that. I can't believe it's already November and I went to that in January.
Yep. It's almost that time again. So let's get as many as possible as we can there to attend, because when that stars are born at events and as many people go, you'll get touched and your business will change.
It was fun though. It was.
Yeah, it's always fun when we're all together. So
I remember we got our testers, our new spring testers for free.
Yep.
And if you brought someone, you got something, or
Yeah.
they gave a free gift to the guests. Yeah.
so that was cool. I remember that. All right.
All righty, guys. You have anything else, Lucy?
No, I don't.
We'll see everybody that's coming Friday. I don't even
Yes.
know what day it is, but Friday. Yeah, that's about it. If you want a great month, I think. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. Okay, so I'll close with this. So Lucy and myself, sometimes we have to reevaluate our personal business, and we're accountability partners, so we push each other day in and day out, like literally every single day. And I think that sometimes we get caught up and we say, well, how are we gonna get to $2,000, right? Like, how the heck is that going to happen? Or even 1,000 or even 1,500. And I think what we realized, and, we talked to a top leader within Scentsy who is within our upline, and we had a really serious, amazing conversation with her. And, I know you guys have heard a lot of things today, like, events and fundraisers and home parties and open houses and basket parties, turkey trots. I think that to be a well-rounded consultant, I'm not saying that you have to do all of them, but I will recommend that you tap into 2 to 3 and schedule your month out like that, so that you're more successful. If you only focus on one, you may get your 500, which is great. You may get 200, which is minimums. We don't push that. But if you're trying to really push and be in front of enough people to grow your business and gain momentum, that's trying to reach 1,000 or more every month. And the only way to do that is going to be finding your formula, because what may work for me may not work for you, but what works for you may not work for me. But if you don't ever try it, you really don't know, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So, you know, maybe this month you say, okay, what's 2 or 3 things that I want to focus on? Let me try to book a home party. Let me try to get 2 to 3 basket parties out. And maybe I try to call and do an event, you know, and see how you like those. Maybe next month you try to do a Facebook party and you put 2 to 3 more basket parties out, and maybe you have 1 more event, or a home party. But you have to kind of, doing one thing and follow up is one of those huge things. Follow up, because I will tell you that's where Lucy and myself get a majority of our sales every single month, is just following up with customers. So find your formula and put it to work is basically what I wanted to say. Find what works for you, what you like the most, because just like Lucy says, you don't want to get burnt out. And when you do things that you don't like I hate doing events. I'm just going to throw myself under the bus. It's not my favorite part. It's not. But I will do them because you got to suck it up and you got to do some things if you want to be successful. But find what works for you and plan it and do it. So that was all I was going to say. And y'all guys are rocking, man. Both teams are like, whoa. So just keep on doing what y'all are doing. And if you guys have any questions, definitely. Oh, there's 13 people still on. As you always know, we ask you, go to our group page and post a takeaway. What's one thing that you learned on today? And so that way, not only you, other people, because sharing is caring, that are in the group, and even your team, if you're a leader, see why it's important to get on these calls. You learn so much, and you can take 1 or 2 nuggets, go implement them during the week, and come back again Tuesday to get something else. So go and post on the page.
I got a 20-piece nugget.
With some barbecue sauce.
That's right. Hey, thank you, ladies.
You're
No problem. Thanks for joining. Thanks for getting on. Good night, guys. Hope to see y'all Friday.